New Prime Loot. I'm gonna clean this off her, baby.
You need to work the helicopter into storylines. Actually, will this work? Will this voice chat work if I try to watch Twitch on my phone? Okay, let's see.
Yeah. Bradford Culpepper. I'm really not watching you on there. I don't think I am.
How do I mute Twitch on mobile? Oh wait, just do it in the volume. What am I talking about?
How do you... I don't know how to turn off the shit on Steam. Like, I don't think there's a way to do it, is there?
Oh, you're streaming already. Okay. Hi, streamers. I'm David Bixton's fan.
How do I watch?
You know me from films such as Nobody Speak, The Trials of the Free Press. What? That's true.
Yeah, nobody's here
Why,
yet.
But it's already streaming. So what if people watch your recording? Why? Why are you cursing? You told me not to curse. Oh no, you only told me not to be racist. That's right. I don't know why you said that. How am I?
Wow, this is...
Why are you pretending I've said things about your Italian heritage? Oh, you're not?
Yeah, Yurikan Hall.
Yurikan Hall?
Yeah, because that one doesn't have any entrances.
Oh, are we talking load time? I don't think that's thinking about the big picture here. I thought we're trying to put on a high-end operation here in the SCFL WF or whatever it is.
Well,
It's December. He's allowed to get off. He's allowed to get off. It's December.
wow. The helicopter.
Oh, those will be the ring entrances. Everyone's coming in via helicopter.
Yeah. Yeah. Sledding Bianca, he's the father of bike and boxing. And, you know, he was an Olympic alternate for bobsledding. And, you know, that might not seem like a great accomplishment to some people, but to the Bianchi family, it was kind of what got them going, you know?
Dave, was that for the American bobsled team?
You know, I can't remember what country it was. It was one of the Nordic ones.
I would have assumed Belgium.
Okay.
That's just showing.
And what a lot of fans don't know is that he was a bobsledding contemporary of former WCW wrestler Chimp Minton, who was also an Olympic bobsledder. I didn't say it was in the Olympics with him. I said he was just a contemporary of his on the international scene.
Yeah, Mr. Bianchi, he also trained a little bit as a boxer, and you know, he would be competing more often in the SCFL ring if he hadn't had multiple strokes in the ring. he still does compete, but he is pretty banged up. He does look alarmingly like the host of the Great British Baking Show.
But yeah, there's a
Want to get some
Yes, I
fans?
retweeted it.
Click on your
I'm
little
not clicking
thing.
on your little thing.
I don't have any money. I don't have any money. You know, I can add you. I can add you to my Steam friends list for 200 stacks of little gray coins.
Real coins or in-game coins? Oh wait, there's what were you talking about? There are no games.
Standing submission shoot style. Oh sure, this is you know, with the mohawk and the singlet is Justice is Justice Turner. He's you know, he's a proud man. He once was a roadie for the band Bon Jovi. He mostly was the guitar tech for Richie Sambora, who he still has great affection for. And you know, he's a little bit older. He tries to act as a father figure to a lot of these fighters and give them advice while they're actually competing. Nobody really likes that though, so it's kind of weird. And then he's fighting Pyotr Petrov, a Russian who claims he's all about big claims and not delivering much. He's yeah. According to him, his sister was one of the girls involved in the tape doing the peeing, and he claims it was his bed that it happened on. Although the claim was that it was in a high-scale hotel room. So you know, but then again, he was searching for, as he claims, the Gawker to try to sell the tape that he has too. So who knows what he has in his possession? Maybe there's multiple Trump tapes that we don't know about.
well, I think Petrov needs to be stopped based on who he associates with. I think Justice Turner is just the man to do it with his grit and his
Determination.
I don't know if he even has that.
Which one? Grit or determination?
Yeah, he is. I mean, it's, you know, but he doesn't have a sweet farmer's tan like Justice Turner does. And I think that's important to keep in mind here. And also, as Murph said, who doesn't love Richie Sambora?
I feel great, Jason.
Wow, that's good. I mean, these guys are looking. This is a clash of styles. I mean, Justice Turner is a power guy. He's a very stout man, and Petrov is a little bit more of a. He's got a little bit more mobility for sure. You know, he likes to finish with a running double knee to the face that he calls, well, the golden shower. But you know, can't pick them all, can you? Yeah, you know, he reminds me of a young Scott Norton.
Wait. So when you say young Scott Flapjack, I can't talk.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very professional.
he does have some spirit, some get up and go, some spunk, as the kids say. But he's he's fighting from behind here, and that big knee he landed was really something else.
What is Justice Turner looking to hit to finish this match? What does he like to put people away with?
He likes to. Like I said, he reminds me of a young Scott Norton. He's looking for a shoulder breaker, or he's probably looking for. I believe he does a pretty nice power bomb that really hurts people. So he also probably looks. He's got a decent power slam too. He's a power guy. And there was the shoulder breaker there.
Does he also have a young Scott Norton taste for pancakes? As Scott Flapjack Norton.
Very much so. That's what he used to eat on the tour buses. He was actually, known as the guy who makes pancakes for everybody every morning on an engine block griddle. But John Bob wants flapjacks. He does. That's what he's trying to. He felt like he took those guys under his wing a bit because he was older than them, and he keeps looking for that kind of relationship here. And nobody wants to deal with his shit. He's an old man with a mohawk. He's out of touch. It's just he's powerful, but he's out of touch. I mean, Petrov is just slamming this guy. He doesn't respect him.
Now, is Petrov... Go ahead.
Salute. He's saluting the flag. Wow. Wow. I can't believe that he won via doing the Pledge of Allegiance. That's... Yeah, he's fallen a little bit far.
Well, he's a Taekwondo kid who got into stunt work, hoping he could maybe use that to break his way into Hollywood. Unfortunately, he had a bit of an accident, got laid up in the hospital for a while, packed on a lot of weight. Was trying to keep it off and or burn it off, and got into kickboxing and now pro wrestling as a way to kind of get himself back into. And he's just found that he's really good at hurting people for real, and he can take this point.
I mean, he should consider he's in there with a vegan, a 45-year-old vegan who's in tremendous shape. He should consider talking to him about his health regimen, instead of fighting.
What are these spots that you speak of? Do you mean wrestling moves?
Wow.
Is there a gentleman's agreement, perhaps?
I mean, there very well could be, although, we don't want to get a little bit too inside baseball here. What these men choose to do in the privacy of their locker room is up to them, and that's If Garden Green wants to use some sort of bomb and masturbate Discussion Davis backstage, that's on him. Because
Very
it's one of the
Well,
greatest.
that's because Dave also saw the Deadspin Awards the other night. You see, there were these two soccer players, and they inspired the competitors here.
Oh no.
Oh, it's happening here in the SAFL? Okay.
Bilirubin tradition.
Yeah, these fellas do some weird shit together.
What's weird about it to feel the love of another man?
You know, I mean, Garden Green was looking for a big finish, and Jackie Murphy decided, no, Hurricane Rana, and he's going to do the sliding Kenka kick for about the 14th time. He was really into Masahiro Chono in like 2001 era.
I mean, who wasn't though?
I know, that's true. He might have been broken down, but he was still my hero.
Sling blade. Sling that blade.
There's a lot of these guys are throwing everything at each other at this point. And you have to think that Chucky Murphy, in all of his he looks a lot like prime Chuck Liddell. You have to wonder if maybe that's one of his inspirations in life. Maybe that's his inspiration. He really should. He should invest in knee pads, though. I really feel that, for a man who, especially, when you're heavier, you deal with a lot of knee problems. He really should think about this. Yeah. I mean, he's going for the Sling Blade a lot. He's really busting out his Tanahashi tribute here, but what got him to the dance is the lefts and the rights.
Well, he's trying to prove that he's a 1 in 100 talent when he's actually 1 in about 2.5 million, but whatever.
Yeah, Just people.
What does that mean?
As agent and manager for some of these gentlemen, I negotiate on their behalf. I want them
What is?
For these lunkheads.
You have people?
Whoa.
Oh, is that the one you run with Ali Abdelaziz?
Wow.
How dare you? How dare you?
I thought you're both friends with Habib Nurmagomedov.
Scandalous life.
Scandalous Murph.
Those about Murph, other than how good he is.
These guys are. I mean, we're not even. My God, Chucky. He moves very fluidly for a man who was once 400 pounds.
No, I mean, as a guy who was like 5'9", 5'10" or so, he got up to 270, 290, which, he was a stuntman. He was around 35, and even competing in kickboxing at 185 is kind of heavy for him. But those skills in Taekwondo, the jump kicks really are still coming back to him.
Yeah. Now, does he actually take Taekwondo, or is he sort of like our good friend Bradford Culpepper, who just, beats up children essentially?
I mean, he took Taekwondo classes starting as a kid. So I mean, he did beat up children, but it was as a child.
I don't think Jason remembers that Bradford Culpepper, when his first involvement in martial arts was an after-school taekwondo class where there's nothing but 10-year-olds, and he's sparring with them, and he's really kicking some ass, and they're all like, wow, this guy's really, instead of thinking this is a sad man, they thought this man's great.
I mean, what a man or several men, whatever degree of clothes they prefer to be, want to do in a locker room is their business and not any of ours.
I don't think the issue is the degree to which they're clothed as much as the degree to which they are manipulating each other's penises.
Oh no.
Now, I've noticed we've had a lot of 2.9... with all these 2.9 counts we see in the SCFL, do you think it's possible we may eventually see a tournament or a series of matches where the winner can win by 2.9 counts?
That sounds utterly ridiculous, Bix.
That sounds exciting.
I don't
It'll
know.
be like the new
2.8
version of the Thunder Queen match. Now you're just doing the 7-minute abs bit and being ridiculous, Jessica.
And to be fair, the opening match went 18:53.
Yeah. He really is. He's, this is what he does. This is what he does backstage with the belly ripping guys. A lot of.
Me? I hear you say wait, what? How? Why am I giving a metal Filipino? Because I'm Jewish?
No, because. Oh God. This is the greatest thing to ever happen in the pro wrestling history. I mean, this is starting to get. These guys don't know how to give up. I guess it's one of those things. If you're gonna lose, you want it in a tournament format. You want to really just exhaust the guy who beats you to make him look really terrible later on.
Yeah.
Well, you might, but if you're really vindictive, and I'm not sure if I'm not sure.
I mean, he's definitely a dangerous competitor. I think
Oh my goodness.
I think he would rather not have whoever beat him win, because then it's even more self-meaning that, oh, if I could have just beat him, I could have beat everyone else. It's a little frustrating. I do know that this tournament he ate 2 entire loaves of bread to carb unload, so he should have energy. It was just two entire.
Oh, why would you put salt on that? It really does. Like, his mom would just be like, "Here's some toast with salt."
It's Wonder Bread, margarine. It's a butter noodle sandwich.
Disgusting.
He just chews on it for like an hour. Oh, I got really sad. That's so sad.
And sometimes he takes a hard-boiled egg and he fills it with mayonnaise and he calls it a mayonnaise.
You can't just throw in a reference to something when you're talking about actual people.
What are you talking about? Yeah, he does actually do that. He told me that in his interview before the match.
They actually call him the Community College Terminator, although he's not involved in this match, so I'm not sure why we're really going all in on Let Lou. We're going all
we've got
in
some
on...
fighting spirit going on.
We're going all in on one half of the what are they called? The problem solvers or
The fixers.
Oh wow. Wow. You know, the power of veganism helped him to do all those spins.
Well, you see, I'm trying to determine the amount of percentages a match gets. First, I consider how long the winner of the match awkwardly stands there and breathes heavily after the match. And then I put that over a denominator of how many kickouts times how many moves were executed, and then I
very
multiply that by X, and I get the score.
What an algorithm. Wow. That's a tremendous. Murph is all in. It's true. This is the sad part about this man.
It's shocking he's in this
Oh,
tournament.
I didn't know Chris Benoit was in the SCFL.
Oh. Might be his big cousin from Iowa who works in a slaughterhouse.
Yeah, so it's
Rock Benoit?
because Alex Thompson is actually in the #1 contender 4-way. Actually, you know, he would win the TV title by winning this tournament. You know, get the #1 contendership by winning the 4-way and win the world title. Wow, so that's kind of interesting that you
Oh shit!
in the tournament.
There's a helicopter flying into the arena.
Yeah, there's definitely a helicopter. That actually is the police who have to keep a very tight watch on Alex Thompson, the murderer, because he is a terrible person, and he's here on a work release program, and he has to be guarded at all times.
Oh, Gary Boulay in there. Here's the thing.
So you would say that he is not the Masayoshi Motegi of the SCFL?
Well, I mean, first I'm going to ask you to cut Vince's mic permanently.
Wow.
But the thing with Gary Boulay is, you know, of course his father is Horace Hogan, and he hates his father, and he hates his uncle Hulk Hogan. And the thing with Alex Thompson is he's got that long blonde hair, and he looks enough like an elder Hogan that I think Gary Boulay is going to get a lot of rage wrestling him. So I think that rage and anger, of "fuck you, Dad," "fuck you, Uncle Hulk" is going to really come through in his match and might give him the edge.
Wow. Wait,
Yeah, I see. It seems like Jason Awara is having some technical difficulties. So, why doesn't Dave Walsh explain to everyone who Masayoshi Motegi is?
he is probably one of the. Oh, God. He's terrible. I don't know any other way to.
He has the Wrestle Dream factor.
I know, but. Motegi, like. Where did he start off? Was it. Did he actually start in
FMW?
Wing? Did he? Yeah, because he was around for a long time. I remember him in, what was it, the 95 J Cup? Like, I don't remember if he was in the previous one.
He was in '94, I think, too.
Yeah, he was. Shit.
He was in the J Crown.
Like, this is a guy, I don't even remember why the world loved him. But then again, I don't remember why Gato got loved back then either.
Geto was good.
Was he?
Geto
really?
was always good. People just didn't like him because he was a junior heavyweight, but kind of tubby.
Yeah, I mean that.
And he wore pajamas back then.
Yeah, the pajamas were great though.
Remember how much Scott Keith hated Geto?
That was actually really funny. Like, he really hated him.
Hey, remember how Scott Keith?
It's interesting how well Sleddick's been able to keep his head shut in the ensuing matches.
He's the favorite in everything he's involved in.
Fixers. He's the favorite in pretty much everything.
Is Gary Bolivia any relation? Randy
Yes.
Hogan? What about Randy Hogan? That's good. But converted to stars, that's like 2/3. So that's like, I don't know, 3.
Fight! Two.
Art Jimerson only wore one glove. That's the whole reason it was funny.
Double Art Jimerson.
You know, Blowhole Bernard is he's a Pacific Islander, and he was involved in the U.S. Marine Corps for a while, but he can't talk about that for some reason. You know, so he served his country, but he doesn't have to be a prick about it like a guy like Federal Bell. And you know, he's a tough guy. He has recently forged a pretty strong friendship with a man we saw earlier in Justice Turner, and you know, they're thinking about making a tag run, but you know, when the chance arose here to go for the television title, he knew what he had to do. Yeah.
Two.
So you're calling one person a homophobe while using the word bitch? I don't know.
Bix is saying you're not woke enough.
That's the joke, yeah. No, I'm not.
You know Foundationer so pretty well. What are some of his big moves that he likes to finish a fight with? His finish is called the Big Tough Hand.
Did he use it in the locker room too? On his allies?
It. Thing is, people complain it's too tough and they wish he'd use some moisturizer, but he's not into that. Big, strong hands.
His hand.
I bet it.
Oh, so then when he takes the hands out, he's just ready to go in the locker room. And then when they're done, his allies just celebrate all over his face.
That is a big tough looking hand.
It's a hand the size of a candied ham. Like canned ham, I guess. I believe he's getting a new headset, actually. We're having some technical difficulties here at SCFL Triple Mania. I think you're right, Jason. Yes.
I assume Hero's down at the Wawa, getting some sausage, sandwiches. You ever been to a Wawa, Bix? You ever go to the Wawa?
No, because I'm not from Philadelphia.
Bix, you ever go down to a Sheetz?
What's a Sheetz?
Sheetz is the enemy of Wawa. It's the same thing, but it's different. How dare you?
The dirt sheets? The rag sheets? Oh shit, the helicopter's in the building. Sting's not here.
I'm sure that Alex Thompson doesn't try and slip out in the crowd or anything. You could just... to finish it quick so they can be fresh to take on Alex Thompson. I mean, not that they can really do much against him, but put up a good fight.
They're here in the SCFL.
In wrestling, or? I mean, I could whip something up because we haven't really had much change. We've had 3 different world champions. We've had 2 different hardcore well, I guess technically 3 different hardcore champion. And 2 tag champions. And 1 MMA champion who gets...
Oh no,
Yeah, well...
Will that be
Walsh
under
seems to think
ball
it's-
rules?
By that we mean
Like
a
a
row
cage?
of chicken wire.
How many sides does your cage have? How many sides does your cage have?
Or more.
I'm getting some messages and some calls here on my pager, so I'm gonna have to depart from the commentary booth in a few minutes.
The hotline.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the reasons I gotta update the hotline. 1-900-909-9900. $1.99 for the first minute. $1.49 nutritional bin. Kids, get your parents' permission before you call.
Use deep, hot scoops.
What 40-year-old former SCFL World Heavyweight Champion passed away this week? Find out on hotline.
Oh, Bernard.
Did I? I thought it was almost critical the way he knocked him out.
Fight!
Now, I've heard a rumor, though, that the nipple was actually lost, similar to the way that Ken Kobashi almost lost his in a beach accident where he went head-on with a crab. Yes, there was once an incident where Kenta Kobashi was bit on the pec, right by the nipple, by a crab, and there were stories doing the rounds in the media that he had lost his nipple, and then it turned out not to be true. And I'm not making that up for entertainment purposes.
Interesting, because a lot of people don't know that Mick Foley lost a nipple because Kenta Kobashi bit it off.
That I knew, actually. No.
Of course, Bix knew because he's the scoopman.
Which one?
Prove that
Both
it
of them?
isn't true? All 3? All 3 of his nipples, you're sure. You've seen him shirtless. You've seen
Are any
Foley
of those
shirtless.
superfluous?
He's got a baker's dozen, and it's disgusting.
Wow. That was harrowing.
Dave.
That was harrowing. You know, he told me he did not give a good goddamn about either one of these guys, which really really wasted my time.
Filling his face with sausages.
Yeah, he was at the craft services table, and that's he just didn't. He said he wasn't interested, which really was a bummer. And I'm back in time to see that Murph claims that Mick Foley has nips like a pregnant dog.
No,
Just one. Just one.
That is
Just one, not both. Just one.
Bitten off. Which is the story that Dave Walsh can verify that once was doing the rounds to Kenta Kobashi had his nipple bitten off by a crab on a day at the beach.
Yeah, that was going around for some goddamn reason. Yeah, I mean, he's quite a man. Yeah,
What a mighty
he's
good man.
very quiet, especially for a man with no nipples or hair on any of the front of his body because of the terrible, tragic action he was involved in.
We can just airbrush that hair later.
Yeah, he's got an import-export business, and
Oh, is he one of those sponsors that we keep hearing about?
he grew up in the lovely city of Temecula, California. He might have met Dan Henderson at a Walmart or the gas station. But he was a normal, run-of-the-mill kid for the longest time until that that "Meet Me in Temecula" meme started to spring up, and because his name is Meet Me In, he got ruthlessly teased by people, and he started street fighting and found his way into the Superchat. He's a
Yeah, I have always been curious as to why Front Reed. I understand covering up his blown off nipples, but why the belly button is the real question that I would love to ask him. Oh.
I assume it's because he was no man of woman born. He's gonna fulfill a prophecy.
He was just self-conscious.
Oh no, my headset is starting to...
Dave Dixon's band might be dying.
Well, I think it's back because my headset is finally starting to work again. After all, now what was I saying before my headset started to whatever it was doing earlier?
I'm not really sure.
Well, anyway, now that my headset is...
Huh. Wow. I mean, part of the problem is that the cable's wrapped around his neck.
It's a goddamn shit show. He's eating himself. He's a professional.
Oh, wow. He's
a professional.
He's missing Front Reed hitting some big stuff here. Scandalous Murph has a strong opinion about Mike Bianchi's production, and we don't like to talk ill about a man who's so stressed all the time. But I feel like Front Reed in the ring here is going on a rampage. This man may have finally snapped after all these years. Yeah, he's just driving this. Well, sometimes you do too much. I feel like Meehan is a confused man. Not like the deceased Supreme Son. You. Wow. You know, I mean, but the thing here, the thing.
Fight!
Neither do we. To be fair.
He's leaving the broadcast station. He's going backstage. I don't know what he's gonna do, but he's missing Bradford Culpepper against wow, he's hanging out with Hero now. You know, you're gonna, yeah, and seriously, rest in peace, Stromboli. We miss you. We miss you. Well, we're gonna need somebody new. He might die from eating ice cream, because it expand his throat and then he will die. And we've completely neglected this match where.
It's Tapas Tiempo from España.
Yeah, Tapas Tempo. He made quite an impression on us last week in the tag team format. Yeah. Yeah, but Bradford Culpepper looks like he wants to hurt this man. I don't know what happened to Bradford Culpepper. When he first joined the league, he was just a nice guy. He had kids in the audience who were there rooting for him. And now he's just kind of obsessed with Bike Bianchi. And not in a good way. You know, nobody really knows what's going on with him. But he keeps asking for fights with Bike Bianchi. There'll be more nipple stories later, though. When Front Reed returns. You know, he's just he's a guy who he makes school lunches for a living, which it doesn't. You know, I don't know that. I don't know that. I never knew that.
Oh, man.
Blowing his cover. Whoa.
So, Tapas Tiempo, a former highlight player from Spain, suffered a gruesome ankle injury and can no longer quick enough to play, but he's got into kickboxing, he's got into pro wrestling. He tries to avoid going to the mat as much as possible. You see a lot of times they'll lift an opponent up for a suplex or a slam and he'll simply drop them and stay standing. It's because it's just not worth the effort to climb back up to his feet, he said. Well, it's hard to work your cardio when your ankle is, you know, just boned.
Yeah,
he still maintains a solid, you know, overhand right, a lot of clotheslines and big elbows. He's got a lot of power in that right arm from hurling the pelota around.
There's also
I believe that was Meet Me In. I believe he rated it 3 exploded nipples out of 5.
whoa, that's some serious stuff right there. Why isn't it available?
I mean, that's the only reason I subscribe to this channel.
I read somewhere that it has to be manually approved, but it's like, it's been a week. Brad Culpepper, he's angry. He's very angry. Two things have been uttered. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's a very tired man all the time, but he just, he's trying to live the dream here, and he has had somewhat of a psychotic break, it seems, with his obsession with Mr. Bianchi. But he's more aggressive than ever, and that's going to serve him well, especially in a tournament like this.
If he can win the...
Wow. A sliding elbow, I mean, that was... not many guys can get up from that.
But he used to win their tag match.
Yeah.
His debut tag match.
They just have to carry a television around by the cord.
Well, I mean...
Fight!
Wow.
No. What was I saying? What was I asked? What was I responding to?
Said something.
He's explaining what a win would do for Papa Campo. And I think, a single win isn't going to do much, but prolonged success in this tournament is going to help his tag team with Fortran Cobalt, who, they were not intended to be tag team partners. That was kind of a happenstance that worked out very well. He's a small man.
One, two, three.
Yeah. I really have to comment here. Until Robert is a very speedy man. He's showing that here tonight against one of the awful Missouri people. And I don't mean people from Missouri. I mean the Missouri fight camp. People from Missouri are beautiful people at times.
Really? Are they?
Well, there's some of them that are okay. I mean, there's blood, though. There's color, and that's exactly what Mr. Missouri here wants. I'm pretty sure it hurts. I mean, this is speed against just raw power and just kind of... This man is a terrible man. Look at him. He's choking. He's bloodying up his opponent. He's just trying to hurt him. He's not really trying to win. He's just trying to hurt him. And until Robert, he just wants to get to Miami. He just wants people to know that he knows Naveen, a guy who knows Naveen Andrews. He's not a difficult man to deal with. Yeah, I mean, that's... Yeah, he doesn't actually know Naveen Andrews, but someday he might meet him, which is really exciting, that's... Everybody loves Saeed.
One, two, three, four.
you know, and regardless of what happens here, perhaps it was a Bike Bianchi oversight, as we well know, that he's even included in this. He has a chance tomorrow night to become the #1 contender for the world title, and you know, that's a
1,
pretty big deal.
3. Give up. Give up.
Yeah, this is. No, this is the television title. The television title has to be defended every time that they're on television. And that means that man's face, that man who adorned, you know, the court procedure was brutal, and it was on television. It was on court TV, rest in peace. You know, like this, people know who this man is. They know he's a murderer. You know, Bike is just not thinking here by even, why give this man a work release? You know, like this is, he belongs in prison.
Who are you to say how a man should be allowed to earn his living?
He murdered 3 people.
That's irrelevant. A man should be allowed to earn his living any way he chooses, and if you believe otherwise, I will report you to Twitter.
Wow. Well, all I know here is that we have, until Robert is trying here, he's trying, and he's getting beaten up, and it's not pretty. I think he needs to keep using his speed like this. You know, as soon as he goes for something a little bit more complicated, he ends up just getting, you know, in the Missouri meat grinder.
Are they gonna be friends after their brutal hardcore match to determine the true hardcore champion?
Oh yeah, you can't break up a friendship like that was forged randomly. Absolutely no reason. Those guys, there is. Yeah. I mean, they're just, these two men, it doesn't seem like they have much in common, but they do. And they're there to fix Bike's mistakes for him. Oh my god. This is, you know, until Robert is bleeding profusely, but he's trying to put the bricks. Oh, wow. That Miami dance he did after was really tremendous. You got to give it up to this guy. Is he eating ramen with Let Lou and Xylophonist?
Fight!
Offers and Charles Dubois.
Yes!
Yeah, you know, I mean, he's not the brightest old man, but he is an old man. You know, I feel like he's selfless. He should be competing for this title, and instead he's Mr. Bianchi. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes! Yes!
Yeah, it's true. He has to be in every match. You know, yeah, but you know, who else held it? You know, Prince Iaukea held it at one point. That's pretty low. Wow, that was quite a brand recognition name drop right here on Twitch.television. Whoa, Bike is really getting these deals together. I mean, they should call him President Deals and not Donald Trump. But anyway, Charles Dubois, you know, French Canadian. He's a very scrappy little guy. Throws some big punches. He's partial to setting up his big overhand right with a low kick. He believes that he's somehow spiritually related to Hendo because of that. That's true. Donald Trump is not the president. Nate Johnson, a police officer from Wisconsin, but anyway, he's fighting Offers Thompson in here, and Offers is, he was a former kickboxing champion, multi-time. Before Discussion Davis's giant run, he was perhaps the greatest of all time.
Yes!
And, we recently discovered that he is actually transgendered. He was born a woman, but that is not what it wasn't feeling right for him.
Yes!
And he's had tremendous success before anybody even knew this. So, for any of those people saying that this man is trying to use that to his advantage, he hasn't. He hasn't really mentioned it. It came up, wasn't a big deal. Wasn't a big deal at all. But what is a big deal is that he's getting slammed around a lot here. He very much loves this back fist move that he does. He has been known at times to get a little focused on trying to insult his opponent as opposed to actually finishing him. Offers is just, he's kicking it up in the, kicking it up a notch here. He's getting into higher gear, and Dubois is looking a little bit lost.
Yes!
Not to disparage a competitor too much, but Dubois never seemed like the kind of guy with a huge gas tank. He seems like a quitter and get in, get out. So it makes sense to drag him into deep water.
Yeah, he's a guy who likes to do the big, quick power moves. He likes to go for the big punch. He doesn't like to do the combos. And, at a certain point, that isn't going to work here. He's going to have to string some offense together, He hit a DDT, and then he just kind of backed off a bit. You got to follow up on that. You can't just rely on your sheer force of will when you're not a huge, big tank of a man. I mean, Offers is just doing what he wants with him here.
Absolutely, he's not having. I mean, there's some resistance. It's not a complete domination.
Oh,
but,
for sure. It's as we're seeing right now, he knows what he's doing in the ring. He can slam this guy around, but Offers is just not having any of it. Wow. I mean, that diving MX he did from the top rope was, yeah. I mean, this is, Dubois needs to kick it up a notch here. He's not, it's really starting to be apparent that Offers is willing to put his body on the line for this, while Dubois is just looking to be Dubois. Oof. Offers was yeah. I mean, he was one of the greats. He still is, and it's just he needs to find his niche. And somebody leaked out the information about his birth gender, and he doesn't make a big deal about it. He's not that guy.
I think he's a really hard. I think as
Like he has an erection?
I mean, that I'm unaware of.
Yeah, he is wearing a cup.
Or maybe it's just shaped that way.
Yeah.
Yes!
Whoa.
He's just got a large mound for a penis. That's what Dubois got.
Yes!
No, he's like, I don't have a lot of length, but I got a ton of girth.
he's a tuna can, you know? he says it in his French Canadian accent.
It's barn this way. I want to get my penis lengthened via surgery.
Yeah!
I mean, it's really interesting that he's fighting offers for his first match in this.
Do you have any tips?
Oh, he really is. He's putting it all on the line. Which is a shame. You know, who knows? Maybe he'll rise again. Unlike the South will always stay down. Yeah. You know? Ah, he's gonna go for it. Oh, he's just, you know, he's impressing here. He hasn't had a lot of chances to shine in the SCFL Pro Wrestling ring yet, and you know, he's getting it right now. And you got to take your shots when they appear. Yeah. Who can tell? Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I mean that. It's hard to disagree with that. He put it all on the line, and well, of course he does, as he should.
Fight!
These guys have a history, you know. They do have a rich, we might even call it robust history against each other. I mean, they fought for the banger title, fought for the world title. These guys, you know, these guys have a history.
Almost a 28-minute match with Chucky Murphy.
Yeah. Well, while Petrov had a standing submission match for some reason.
Yeah!
You know, Pyotr Petrov, he's a Russian national. He, you know, he's big on claims, not big on delivering sometimes. You know, he claims that his sister was one of the girls in the Donald Trump P-tape. He claims that the bed involved was his. And of course, you know, the Steele dossier has mentioned that it was a high-scale hotel, not a whorehouse. But you know that maybe Petrov isn't lying, and maybe that there is another P-tape out there, and that Donald Trump has more to worry about than just one P-tape. But you know, that's neither here nor there. Petrov is. Yeah. This could. I mean, it could literally, if Petrov ever got his shit together, this could change the way that the world is, you know, and that's just a big deal. And I don't think he. Instead. Yeah, instead he has aligned himself with Ichabod Adams and Federal Bell. They call themselves the Alt-Right Connection, and these guys are deplorable. You know, they're not good people. It doesn't matter if Federal Bell served our country. He's a prick, and
Yeah.
I think they're scum and they need to be eliminated.
yeah, it's hard to disagree.
5分経過
Well, if they didn't have the calming influence of Rastaban Baptiste to get the members of the Sons of Anger into a better headspace and work on those anger issues, I'm sure there'd be a lot of crossover. But strenuous mix of hard and soft drugs, hallucinogens mostly, and the music of 311 have really made strides in bringing.
Wow.
To these angry young men.
3 4 5 6
Yeah. And then we saw Petrov hit Garden Green in the balls and then salute the flag. And that's one of his favorite things to do. He actually won his last match after hitting a lariat, then taking time to salute the flag and then go for the pin. It was really... this is... He does not like veganism, that's for sure. He's all like... He's like... He likes meat, you know? He thinks everybody should eat meat. You know, this guy is one half of the World Tag Team Champions.
Yeah.
It's up there. It's a very good bout. I mean, in terms of Bix's opinion,
You know, who knows?
Yeah.
Something tragic has happened to Mr. Dixon's band, but he'll be back.
Yeah.
It's not a large building. You know, it's hard to get lost in here,
10
but
分経過
I mean, it's basically a high school gym. There's not
Yeah.
much in the way of just to get.
you know, I guess if you want to have your own Spinal Tap moment, you know, he's doing it. But you know, we need him here. He is a podcast entrepreneur. I can never remember the name of his podcast, but I always. You know, whoa. You know, maybe he's watching it on Twitch.tv. Maybe he has lactose intolerance and eating that ice cream cone has left him incapacitated on the toilet. And Alex Thompson is a murderer.
Two.
Yeah, and you know, Bike doesn't think about these things. He just thinks, "Oh, here's a name," you know.
Spike firmly adheres to the controversy creates cash booking mindset.
Yeah, he just doesn't know how to do. He doesn't say the phrase "spinning sidekick" like 14 times a broadcast. Maybe he should.
Two.
He was, but you know what? He packs a lot of power. Yeah, I mean, we are supposed to be unbiased, but I mean, this man has 3 murder convictions. That's, you know, there's a level of acceptability, and he, you know, he's not acceptable. He is a bad person, and he's here. He's perhaps a worse person. I mean, he's clearly a worse person than Ichabod, which is the most damning thing anybody can ever say about another human being.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Two.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of explanation around it. You know, he just sort of, you know, he works at a slaughterhouse, and eventually he just started finding it funny and he started torturing the poor bovines, and he's not a good person, you know. And then, you know, that carried over, and something in him snapped. There were a whole lot of calls to the local police department from his wife, and you know, she was very concerned. He was getting violent. Yeah, and then one night, you know, nobody was gonna believe them, and then one night they, you know, turn up, you know, her and his 2 daughters turn up in the back of his truck while he's at an event where Mike Bianchi learned of his existence and hired him. Yeah. It was, you know, he thought he was done for good, and he just wanted to go out in a blaze of glory, and, you know, he hurt a lot of people, including an Obi-Wan Kenobi impersonator.
Magic Knight, indeed.
Yeah. Yeah. Chris, really? As he shouldn't. He, you know, Blowhole is a family man. You know, he would never imagine hurting his family. Never mind murdering them. You know, but Alex Thompson is, he's been locked up, you know, since when? Since mid-July. You know, he's very angry. You know, and I guess one has to wonder if, you know, I mean, what if Alex Thompson goes on to become the world champion? You know, I mean, that lariat is just deadly.
Fight.
Speaking of nipples,
Indeed, nipples. I think, yeah, Tops has really acquitted himself well so far in his first 2 matches in Superchat Wrestling. Again, he's certainly got a unique style, and again, I chalked it up to his go to the ground if at all possible. Just because, you know, it's so hard to get back up with his. He shattered his ankles in a highlight match. He actually, yeah. So under those boots is a lot of tape, a lot of braces. Just running the ropes is even kind of difficult for him at times.
Yeah, and he's fighting Front Reed, the man with no nipples. Front Reed really, he might be a very mediocre man, but in the ring he's very focused on using that big Canadian backbreaker to really wear his opponents down, and then he uses a Canadian backbreaker into a facebuster to try to finish him. And in his last match, he brutalized his opponent with those moves. He just, one would say he snapped. Uh-oh. Well, I mean, you cut out there for a second, right at your last word. We were hanging on your every word, and it's the end.
And the ether.
No, I don't think either one will beat Alex Thompson.
They might put some damage on him and soften him up a little bit for the next.
You gotta think that these guys want to end this quickly, knowing that a murderer waits for them.
Actually, Garden Green is fighting Alex Thompson next.
Wow.
The winner of this. I understand.
Yeah. No. I mean, Front Reed with that big Jake the Snake short arm lariat that he does. And he's a pretty basic guy, but his moves are still doing damage. It doesn't have to be flashy. He's very by the books. But that still wears your opponent down, still finishes him. Yeah, it's really just a part of the overall. He's thinking about is wearing this guy down and beating him. He is a focused competitor. He should be focused on the knee.
Yeah, he really needs to go for the legs, but who can say if he's really aware of the existing injury? Choppas does try and keep it as. But I mean, anyone who's ever fought in kickboxing, it only takes 1 or 2 low kicks and you bring it.
Yeah. Front Reed really working over that back here. This is, with a guy with lower, limb problems, losing your lower back, the ability to lift and stand up, that might actually be a potent combo. What he's doing might actually be working. You have to wonder what Tapas Tiempo's thinking, going for the lariat and then the elbow to the face. Is he trying to insult his opponent? I don't know.
I think he's.
Yeah. Jesus. Thanks to our stat crunchers out in the back for these numbers here. This is incredible stuff to think about. I want you to think about this murderer. He doesn't need all of this time. He just does what he wants. He's manhandling these people, and I feel like it's creating a pall over this tournament because, instead of talking about these great competitors, we're talking about this horrific murderer. can't wrestle a match if you don't have a back, and that's exactly what he's doing right here. I mean, look at this, the running stomps that he's doing right to the back. But then again, he's getting hit with these big lariats. You know, Tapas should probably be looking for a pin. Wow. And he finished it by just driving his back down over his knee even after it was over. That is... Why is he in the basement? Huh.
Mainly because Let Lou's mom is cooking noodles.
You know, this is speed against God, and a willingness to put his body on the line. But yeah, they don't want to be. No. This is belly ribbon against Miami, baby. He wants to. If he wins this title, maybe he'll finally have the money. But he won't have the time.
Yes!
Busy. Yeah, I mean, he's doing the classic Dana White, that's fucking illegal. Especially a belly ribbon guy, I don't know.
I mean, I think it's a classic MMA thing where you get 1,000 warnings and you never get any deductions.
Yeah. Offers is, he's trying here, but until Robert is really rallying back here in a big way. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Wow. I mean, it's just Offers made the classic mistake of going up one too many times to the well. And, until Robert immediately made him pay for it. These guys are not wasting time. Wow. You have to wonder if Offers, if he's, it was a little quick for Bix's taste.
Fight! Yeah!
Wow. The Let Lou is already carbo loading. you might. Yeah.
Thing to
it-
me is why would Alex Thompson agree to being in these title tournaments knowing if he wins he's gonna have to face Mike Bianchi at
well,
every turn?
because otherwise,
No,
I
I'm
think
just
that's
saying, why is he
does-
so dumb?
he does, no he does this so he doesn't have to be in prison. You know, that's the only reason. Like it's either compete in these wrestling matches that are gonna mean nothing, or go or rot in prison some more. So he's gonna wrestle.
Guess he just likes to pad his own stats. Like,
Yeah, this is Mike. Mike doesn't think these things through too well.
1, 2, 3.
Wow. We're rapidly getting to the finals here, and this is mm,
wow.
Fight!
yeah. I mean, I guess the question here is
Yes!
if the gruesome duo of Xylophonist and Let Lou have to come out here and fix another of Mike's problems, does that mean that we're in another situation where where, where two men hold one title? Because that's already happened once.
I think in
Yeah.
that situation,
And well,
Xylophonus is the champ, so I think in that case, Xylophonus would just allow Let Lou to become the TV champion.
I would hope so.
Give up!
He literally just pours salt.
And butter bread.
1, 2.
And
Yes!
you remind the crowd what Xylophonus Bianchi's official descriptor is in Superchat Wrestling. He is a meek, meager man.
Yes, that's true.
Yes!
That's his nickname. like when the announcer announces, like it'd be like Alex the Wall Thompson, and it's like Xylophonist, the meager man Bianchi. Yeah.
And Lenny Hart going crazy announcing, Meek! I wanna go home.
Shariala. You know, it's looking like Offers Thompson might get this, but then the problem here is, going out of the finals, you're gonna find a murderer, and that's and this isn't. We're not talking making a murderer here. Nobody's missing a WrestleMania. This is for real. Oof. Yeah. Yeah. Build a wall.
Build a bear, not a wall.
Build a bear. Ooh.
Three.
That was devastating.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah, you know, and it's feeling like, you know, I would love to see Offers Thompson with this belt, but
Fight.
I think realistically, we're looking at, you know, let loose, getting all warmed up, which means basically just finishing off their noodles and their balled up bread and butter.
Give up. Give up. Give up. Yes.
And don't forget, Let Lou's mom is taking the crust off of these sandwiches because they don't. You know, Thompson on Thompson action. Maybe they're. If so, he's gonna get actually murdered.
Hey, Thompson's got a history of killing other Thompsons.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, this is Offers. This is starting to look ugly. This is.
One. Two.
Oh. Oh. You know, he should be delaying his count here. You know. You know? You know, maybe this is the way it's supposed to be. You know, it was a stomp to the face. Maybe he's got a broken nose. You know, you know, thank could be. He might be quietly trying to influence this match, and nobody's gonna be mad at him for that. This match is already going longer than anybody expected. Oof. You know, as a man, you know, you're worried about this human being.
I mean, I'm clearly hoping Offers Thompson can just. I think Alex Thompson is too big, too powerful. I mean, he's over 7 feet tall.
He's 7'1". He's a big old asshole. I like that Offers is really trying to work over that bloody nose. You know, he knows what's up. He's been power bombed at least 8 times now. This is, oh. Wow.
Yes.
this is incredible. He's he does. This is my God. Oh, it's like everything he does, just that you can see the impact, you can feel it.
That not like that young kickboxer Mike Tyson. There's just so much power.
You know, he's got to think about trying to finish this. I know that he's trying to wear this guy down, but Alex Thompson. Wow. Alex Thompson's starting to get gassed, though. You know, this is, you know, conventional wisdom isn't going to beat this man. You have to wear him down. You have to throw him into the ropes. You have to tire him out.
Yes!
Yeah. Oh. I don't know. This is
1, 2, 3.
wow. They wouldn't have been able to do anything, and they were upset. They were upset, and offers Thompson the road to redemption.
Amazing. I mean, Thompson won, but not the one anyone expected.
Yeah, and one has to wonder if Alex Thompson wins tomorrow night in his fatal four-way. He challenges for the world title against Ichabod Adams. If he wins the world title, you know what happens? Does Offers get a shot at the world title? He defeated the man. I don't know. There's a lot of questions, more questions than answers. Oh. No, I mean, congratulations to Offers.
I'm extremely happy that not Alex Thompson won.
Andy Griffith. Mark Fucci.
Be a Survivor Series match.
Yeah. Murph, who's your favorite wrestler? I forget.
Fight!
I've never been able to discern who your favorite is at all, Murph. No, that actually is a good. I was just asking in general. That's true. That's true.
Just taking it all in.
President. I wonder if the president. He's probably not putting the presidency on the line. Oh, the complete dust. George R. R. Martin. Just like, well. Yeah. I'm locked in like this mortal like struggle. 51 is actually pretty okay for barely 3-minute match. Not even 3-minute match.
I think it's about time to call it.
Yeah,
a night.
I think it might be time to pack it up. We have an actual event lined up for tomorrow, where once again we have to relive the horror of Alex Thompson's existence. Approximately.